Hi guys, I'm super excited to teach you Django, and in this video we're going to set up our development environment. Now we need a few different softwares. I'm going to put the links in the description. Now open your browser and go to python.org/downloads and download the required Python executable file for your operating system. If you're using Mac or Linux, you can download it from here. And since I am using Windows, I'm going to download Python 3.7.2. that is the latest version of Python. Now I'm going to save it. And the next software I want you to download is Visual Studio Code. Now what is it? It is a code editor that is very lightweight and extremely productive for developers. It is free, it has great support for extensions, and the best part, it is available for every system, be it Linux, Windows or Mac OS, and depending on your operating system, download the required executable files. I want to save it, and while it's downloading, I want you to go to this website, that is git-scm.com. It is a command line tool that works with the Linux commands. So whether you are using Mac OS, Windows or Linux, we can do basic code operation using the same command. So you won't have to do any extra setup to go with this video or this course. Now I want you to download the required executable file for your operating system, in this case Windows, and I'm going to download it. Let's come back after all the three softwares finish downloading. As you can see, our software has finished downloading. All we need to do is to install them. So go to the downloaded folder and install Python. And while installing, please make sure to check this Python 3.72 path. What will it do is that it will install the Python command to global, meaning you can run Python in any of the folder and you can run Python interpreter right in that cell. And click install now, and it will automatically install the Python files for us. You can see that setup was successful. And now close this tab. Now we are going to install VS Code. Click on it, hit next. I accept the agreement. Next, 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 and click create a desktop icon and check both of these options and this third option too. Now click next and install it. Since I have already installed it, so I am going to skip this step, but I encourage you to install it. And the next software that I want you to install is the Git. And hit next, next. And here, please use Visual Studio Code as a Git's default editor. And hit next, again hit next, 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 and hit install. And since I've already installed it, I'm going to skip this step, but please do install it on your system. So we'll use the same command throughout the course, which will make it super easy for you and me also. Now I'm going to cancel it for now, but please install it on your system. Now let's explore all the softwares that we have installed together. So we have installed Python, Visual Studio Code, and the Git bash. And if you open Visual Studio Code, and you will find something like this. Now let's set up some settings and extensions in Visual Studio Code to work with Django. Now click on this icon here, which is the extension tab, and here I want you to search for Django, and install this extension. What will it do is that it provides some templating language helper in the template layer of Django. It will be super easy when we are developing Django app, and I'll show you how you can navigate to it and use it later in the course. Now in the next extension I want you to install is Python. Now go to the extension and type Python and install it also. The next thing I want you to teach is some shortcut tips. For example, if you press Ctrl+B, then it will toggle the Explorer tab. If I press it again, it will open it again. If you want to open the terminal inside the Visual Studio Code, all you need to do is to press Ctrl plus backtick. I know that sounds weird, but backtick is usually above the tab key on the keyboard. Now press Ctrl plus back tick and it will open the terminal. And here I have set up the default terminal as bash, but you can change it by using command palette. To access the command palette, press Ctrl plus Shift plus P, and here type shell, and under terminal select default shell, click on it and select git bash. Remember the git bash we have installed previously. It is that same terminal where you can use our Linux command line. And now whenever we press Ctrl plus back tick, it will open the git bash right under the Visual Studio Code. Do you remember that we have added path Python setup? What it will do is that if we type Python from anywhere in the terminal, we can access its shell just like it. Now throughout the course, I am going to teach you all the ins and outs of the Visual Studio Code, and you can work efficiently with it if you follow my guidelines. So that's it for now. Let's meet in the next lecture.